welcome. GodMade self-built, self-taught. I'm introducing me myself. Davin Latiker, CEO of GodMade Clothing and high school athlete. Well, we can just go this way. Introduce yourself, bro.
Oh, you start with me though.
You just skipped it.
He did.
I thought he was going this way.
Okay, let's go.
So it's still with me? Word. It's Tez, man. T-E-triple-Z. Rapper, public figure, you know.
I'm Xzavier Shell. I'm a high school athlete. You know.
That's so out of order. Why wouldn't you just go?
Alright, Kenny Smith, creative master original, football coach, teacher.
Brittney Curry, personal trainer and CEO of Brittney Curry Fitness.
All right, let's kick it off. Basically, the first question I have, I'll probably answer that is, what was your inspiration? All of us, we have a goal in life. We have like options, and we all push the goals every single day. And my biggest inspiration was him. Is like my mentor. He's like one of my biggest inspirations. Also, seeing people be different and unique, waking up with a purpose every day, basically, and just like you can't wake up with no goals in mind because you just out there living like everybody else. We can just catch it. Whoever wants next.
You gonna get an order or we just gonna...
We can just catch it.
Just talk.
Free flow.
Talk, yeah.
Yeah, just catch it.
Let it ride.
My inspiration behind Master Original was just wanting to be different and create something of my own from nothing that I can call my own and that my friends and family can claim as theirs. That's what I did that for.
Oh, you saw music?
I started music because I felt like the way I grew up, seeing my mom go through a lot of stuff, seeing my closest friends go through a lot of stuff, I wanted to be the person that changed that. Like, I wanted to be basically the chosen one, you feel me? Like, make stuff different, not just for myself, but for everybody around me. So.
As for me, I tore both my ACLs, so that was definitely the start to wanting to be a better athlete and person physically, on top of just seeing a lack of representation of the black female athlete and trainer. You walk in a commercial gym and you really don't see any females training, and I was like, yo, I want to be that one person, that light that's like, hey, black women and women in general, we work out too. So.
My inspiration to play sports was my uncle. He didn't really get the opportunity to. He was very good, but he had unfortunate situations where he got locked up and stuff, and they took his life away from him. So he inspired me to play sports.
That's real. The next question is basically like, what has made you most successful and why? For me personally, I don't base myself off of goals, but I do base my success off of the little things in life. So basically, like, if I set a goal on Monday and I achieve it by Tuesday night, I'll feel better and I'll feel successful. Not just in like the long shot, like the long run, but just if I feel like if I focus on little goals day in, day out, by the end I look up in a year, I'll be leaps and bounds ahead of I was at the start of last year.
I don't really gauge success like that. It's kind of hard for me to do that because trying to do stuff like that make me feel like insecure sometimes. So I would say I gauge my success as like how happy I am in a day, or how happy I made the next person feel. And if I made somebody else's day better, then I feel like that's successful at the end of the day.
That's real. Yeah, I mean, success it's hard to put a top or a name to it, put it at a different level. Day-to-day success, definitely piggyback on that, making somebody else's day better. My purpose in life is bigger than me, so if I'm doing something for somebody else, then hey, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
What has been your rock bottom or hardest thing to overcome, and why you're pursuing your goal or dream? My hardest thing in the year 2019 last year is just prioritizing my time. Knowing like just what I need to do and what I want to do. Because like it's a fine line between being like an athlete and then being a CEO of, oh, you need to do this to get better in sports, but you also want to do this because you want to go out with your friends and have fun, but it's hard sometimes to make that decision at such a young age and make such like hard moves and moves that you know like later on down the line is going to further your success and everything.
A rock bottom would probably for me be like just being seen in a certain light because of our skin color is already a huge disadvantage in the way we grow up. So our skin color being placed in poverty and having to see a lot of stuff that you probably shouldn't see, that would be rock bottom for me, for a lot of people I know, to be honest. But that's why we fighting so hard to, get everybody out of that. That's all.
I would have to say my hardest thing to overcome in sports was like my size. I always had to like earn my spot and everything. I know like you're supposed to earn your stuff in anything anyway, but I feel like a lot of people were just given spots based on their size and whatnot.
Yeah.
Every day I had to come in 100% harder than everybody to even get looked at.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's probably been my hardest challenge.
Mine would have to be probably before I got my job at the high school, when I was surviving simply off of pushing ammo out of the trunk of my car. Traveling from like campus to campus, Indiana State, Bloomington, some nights having to sleep in my car, having to sell a shirt just so I can eat that night, get gas to make it back to the crib. So just overcoming that and keeping it going, not letting it die, and making it see 8 years, that's a huge success for me.
Yeah. Rock bottom for me, man. I had a couple of them, to be honest with you. Almost now, but now. Just doing something, being in a job and a career that you know is not for you.
Right.
That's the hardest thing to ever do, where you literally feel crazy when you sit in a place. I was in a lab for 5.5 years, and that shit sucked. I don't know if we can cuss on here, but that shit sucked. I went to school for bio, but that was just not for me. So I knew training and helping other people was like where I was supposed to be. So that was definitely.
You gotta take that risk.
Yeah,
Just trust
you gotta
yourself.
trust you, definitely. So that was probably the hardest thing for me.
Okay, next question is, what shifted your mind frame to take destiny into your own hands? While I was young, my parents got divorced, and my mother, we moved place to place like every 5 to 6 months with just rent and just challenging. So just seeing her hustle and have 2 jobs at a certain time, my coach taking me home from practice every day, like once I got something and like got hold of it, I just ran with it. And like every day I wake up with that same feeling of like, dang, like, are we gonna be living here next month? Or are we gonna be doing the same thing we was a year from now in this house? So basically just being on the go all the time just really inspired me and just shifted my whole mind frame, just feeling that sense of not having nothing to just having stuff now.
After my stepdad died, like late 7th, early 8th grade year, and me and him didn't get along like that when we probably should have, because he did a lot for me and I didn't appreciate it until it was too late. And after that, we fell into like a abyss of poverty that I ain't never seen before. Like it was hard to do a lot of stuff. So I had to, grow up at an early age. I told myself that if nobody else gonna do it for us, I'm gonna do it for us. You feel me? So if I had to, sell chips or sell clothes or whatever the case may be, so that somebody could eat, then that's what I was gonna do. I just happened to find out that music was the way that I wanted to, change the world.
You can pass.
What was the topic?
What shifted your mind frame?
My bad.
My bad. Basically, like, what shifted your mind frame from just like being an everyday citizen and just waking up like your friends and your homies to like?
For me, that's simple, man. Losing my granddad and my godbrother in the same year. Like going into my freshman year of college was kind of a rough patch for me, cause I could have went left when so much shit went wrong. But that was just the wake up for me to like, I gotta take stuff. Like I can't take it for granted. I gotta go after what I want in life, man, and just like trust myself, like what I said about with BC, taking her risk. You gotta take the risks and the chances, cause otherwise you ain't gonna know whether you will achieve it or not if you don't go after it, because you won't know if you didn't go.
Yeah.
So really that's what did it for me. Just losing them and them not being able to go after the stuff they wanted anymore, put a extra drive in me to go after what I wanted, just so they could be proud of me. So yeah, that's what I say.
I'm a pass.
All right.
What drives you and never helps you lose hope? What drives me personally is, like I said for the first questions, the little things, like the little goals. Like if I tell myself at the end of the day I'm going to achieve these 5 things, and then I come home at night and I go to sleep with knowing that I achieved those 5 things, so I got better like each day, like that drives me more to wake up tomorrow and like test myself again.
Dang, I forgot to.
What drives you? You can answer, bro. Come back to you.
My drive for me would be my vision, what I got, what I want MO to like succeed, to like grow to. So the vision for that is what drives me on a daily basis to keep going. My faith in God, my family, and just like wanting to better myself on a daily basis. So that's what drives me.
What drives me is people telling me I can't do something like that. It's like the biggest motivation I could ever have. Like, I'm not the person that need to be hearing all the good stuff I do. I like the negativity. It pushed me to be on a whole nother level.
What drives me, I would say my mom for sure. She had a heart attack a few years ago, and just seeing her not be able to just do her day-to-day stuff because she was in rehab, it was like, yo, this is not okay.
Right.
Just want to be better for her, and then just for myself. Like I said, everybody has a purpose, and I feel like if you're not fulfilling that purpose, you're not doing your job. So.
So we talked about like drive people. How did that differ you guys from like your friends? Like, so I know like me personally, I started losing friends at a young age because I realized that I wanted to be different at a young age. So I just felt like my drive just consisted of only me and me, basically. I don't depend on nobody to keep me going. I just only depend on myself.
Born alone, die alone.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't really say it differentiate me from my friends, stuff like that, because even though we all took different paths and mine might have been not better but wiser than theirs, they all got, drive to get where they want to get. We just don't all have the resources and, choices to get where we want to get. So they drive to get, out of the situation they're in, but it just looked like when you don't have no other way to get it but a way that you shouldn't probably get it.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
It's kind of hard, but they still got drive though. I feel like everybody I be around got drive. I don't hang with nobody that's not.
Definitely. Definitely. I would just say mine is different just because, like I said, I'm not gonna be around somebody that's not doing anything.
Okay. Iron sharpens iron.
But exactly. But it's being an entrepreneur and just trying to do your own thing and not having somebody else over you. That's definitely different from my friends. They definitely have successful careers. We all do, but just me wanting to be my own boss, my own leader, then that I would say different for me.
For me, it's like what you said. I just pride myself on being different. I just want to have something about myself that makes me unique, to where like I'm still relatable to my friends, but I have something about me that separates me.
Yeah.
So that's what drives me on, like being different, and that's what I pride myself on.
Okay. How did your self-investments, so basically like the time you took out on yourself, how did that affect your social life? Me, basically it was like a good thing for me, because if I focus on myself, I stay out of drama, I stay out the way of people, and I stay out the way of things that I shouldn't be with. Like, so if if I gotta come home and work on shirts and like not be in the streets with my friends, even though I do have good friends around me, it helps me focus and help me make better, even though my social life can get controlling sometimes.
That's the same for me. I just don't have a lot of time to kick it.
Yeah.
I don't have no time to kick
in the
it
bed.
because, like, man, I'm up at 5 in the morning. I'm grinding by 6, and then like I don't get off until like 6 at night. Then it's like work out, it's eat, shower, go to sleep, wake up, do it all over again. So like I don't really have a lot of time to kick it unless it's a weekend or a special occasion. So like that's where I kind of lose social life status. But it's nothing like as disrespectful. Oh, I'm better, like I ain't got time to spend with you.
Yeah.
I'm just striving towards something, and if someone's like truly my friend or truly like loyal to me, they understand that and they respect that to the fullest, because they see I'm trying to better myself or I'm trying to obtain something. So it's really no hard feelings with the people that I keep in my circle.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I can't say that because like every time, y'all my homies, I spend my time with y'all most of the time and stuff like that. And it don't really affect my social life because every time I call y'all, I'll be like, no, I can't hang out today. I'm going to the studio. Y'all dang near be like, oh, forget what we was finna do today.
Yeah, we about to go to the studio with you.
I'm going to the
Yeah.
studio with you. So I don't know. It don't ever really affect me like that. Y'all always with me. So
It don't affect me at all, really, because I surround myself with people that's on the same mission
right.
as me. So
Yeah.
Right.
everybody that's in my crew want to do the exact same thing, so it ain't really affecting me. We all on the same path. Ain't nobody to deter you from doing what you got to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. You said y'all on the same path and y'all going to the same goal, but like, what makes us different? Like in this circle, like what makes you different? And like what makes you like, okay, out of 100 people, I'm picking that person.
You're a one-on-one. God only created like one Davin Latiker. He only created one Itez, one BC, one Shell,
Facts.
one K-Dot. He only created one of you, took that mold, throw it away, created another person. So it's something genetically in you, and like the way you think, the way you dress, the way you carry yourself, your work ethic, that's what separates you from other people. Are you gonna be lazy, or are you gonna put in that extra effort to do something that you want, to obtain something that you want to get? So like that's what I feel like makes me different as an individual. The way I carry myself, my work ethic, my overall mentality on life, my mindset.
I feel like I can make something out of nothing. Like,
For sure.
you give me a rock, I come back with a TV. Like, oh, how do you do that? Like,
How you do that, right? Yeah. For sure, yeah.
That's one talent. That's one talent.
Check that.
Give me some oranges, I'll make you some lemonade. Just keep them wondering, man. Stay dangerous.
How do you apply being different to your personal life? I'm gonna pass on this, but apparently creating a business, that's what made me different and making something out of nothing.
I keep the same attitude in everything that I do. So.
For sure,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like, regardless if I like it or I don't, I'm gonna do it 100%,
Yeah.
or I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like I don't do stuff.
Yeah.
So like, it don't matter. Like sometimes I be in the shop. I've never did this, but I'll do it to the best of my ability. Like I'm taping the screen.
Yeah.
I'm making it
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah,
Like,
his lines be on point.
I don't like people taking the cheap rate out. Like I want to do everything to the best of my
Yeah.
abilities.
Right,
My work
yeah.
will be 100% every time.
Yeah, with me, I'm very meticulous with the way I do things. So like, I'm OCD, so everything I do has to be in a certain order. I have to do it a certain way. I got to do it with a certain amount of like effort, it got to come out with a certain like level of quality for me. It's all about quality, not quantity, when it comes to stuff that I do in life. So like, I attack everything in life, and all aspects in life with the same mentality.
Yeah. How do you guys stay consistent? Me personally, like I said, I start the day with 5 to 6 goals in mind, and whatever challenge I have, I just overcome them. And so if I just feel like if I focus on the moment, like the best thing like my father ever told me is the best thing you can do for tomorrow is worry about today. So basically like just come into like today with like a mindset like I'm gonna control what I can control, and everything else is just gonna work itself out.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, like you can't control nobody but yourself.
No.
I stay consistent by staying around people that are consistent.
Mhm.
Like you are who you hang around. So
Yeah,
I
for
hang
sure.
around people that is persistent in what they do. You know, we got jobs to get done. We get them done. That's the people I stay around.
Yeah. I stay consistent by, like I said, that mentality that I have. Like, no one's perfect, but I challenge myself to be perfect in everything I do. Like, if y'all know I'm gonna be at the shop at a certain time, I'll make sure I'm at the shop at a certain time just so I can be relied on. Like, I take pride in being reliable and like dedicated to what I want to be dedicated to.
Yeah.
So that's huge with me.
Is it hard for music to stay consistent?
I could see how it could be for some people, but like, I'm really like in love with this. So like, sometimes it'd be hard to sleep because I'd be like,
You gotta write something down. Yeah, I got something to get on.
If I don't get up and write this right now, I'm gonna forget it. So like, my body be giving me no choice but to be consistent. So like,
At any point, excuse me, is it a point where you reach like you can't think of a bar, so like you gotta take a break, like maybe it be a day, a week or something, then you'll come back to a verse and you got like the rest of it already, and it just flow out.
And a lot of times it won't be like I can't think of a bar, but like y'all say, like you like being 100% and going as hard as you can. So I could probably do a billion songs and finish them all in a
Quality,
day,
quantity.
Yeah.
I feel like tomorrow something harder might come to me.
Doing yeah.
So like some of them I leave alone, some of them I write in like 5 minutes and be like, yo, this is hard.
Yeah. This the one.
So we talked about staying consistent, like your personal life. So let's like talk about the bigger picture of like our lives. Is what is your overall purpose in life, as well with others. Like, so me personally, my overall purpose is to write my story to the best of my abilities while affecting other people's stories. So on my way, I'd rather write each of my chapters, but in each of those chapters, I'd rather like write off certain purposes and paragraphs where I can describe the person that I influenced or made better or helped along my path or my way. In chapter 1, my mother helped me out. I can come back 12 chapters later and said I bought my mother a house and a car, and I affected the world in a positive way. So like when I'm gone, people will know me for like, yeah, like he did something with his life, he just wasn't out there.
I mean, I say it's basically the same with me. I just want to have a positive influence and impact on the world. I want to leave my mark on the world and like change it in some way. Or like if I didn't, I want to like influence the person who is gonna change the world. Like maybe 20 years from now.
Yeah.
Something like that, man. That's basically my purpose and what I wake up with every day. The passion that I live with daily is to do something that's gonna make a positive difference.
Yeah, definitely the same. Just sparking that light within somebody. Because, like I said, your purpose is bigger than you. Like me training and being into fitness and whatever else I'm into, like that's cool for me. That makes me happy. But at the end of the day, like I'm trying to inspire somebody else to be great. Like,
y'all got anything to say? Y'all good? How will you accomplish this? Because you talked about like inspiring people that have fire and go, but like you can walk up to anybody and be like, you gotta accomplish this, and they can be like, no, I'm good, you got it. Me personally is like keep working. Like I'd rather set an example rather than like talk is cheap to me. Yeah. So I'd rather be like, I just did it and this is the way I've done it. If people be like, alright, bet, that's how I'm gonna do it, instead of like, this is the way you gotta do it and I haven't even started yet.
Yeah, that's easy for me, man. It's just staying true to me. Staying true to who I am, staying true to what I believe in, and just staying authentic and don't like do nothing that's like outside of your character really. Yeah. Like you gotta stay in your lane and stay true to you, and then everything else will just fall into place.
Right. So this is the end of the self-talk segment. We thank you guys for just watching the podcast, knowing a little bit about ourselves. The next 2 subjects is influencing others, and we're just gonna talk more about business. Thank you. All right. So y'all just want to work. Welcome to GodMade Self-Built Self-Talk with you guys. If you watched the last video, you already know a little bit about ourselves. We talked about the self-talk portion. Basically, we just described our lives and what we had to overcome to get to the point we are now in life. So basically, we kind of touched it off our last topic, but we basically going to talk about how we influence others. And just basically like other people's lives and what do we see on a daily basis with other people while we're trying to achieve our goals. So the first question is, why do people fail? I feel like people fail is because they haven't seen nothing else. Like, I feel like people fail because once something hit them hard, they don't know how to react, and they haven't seen nobody overcome anything in life. So like basically if you're trying to hurdle something, if nobody teach me, if I don't see nobody how to hurdle, if I fall one time off the hurdle or if I hit something, I'm not going to hurdle again, because I only know the feeling of failing. I don't really know the feeling of succeeding or success.
Failure, that's a huge topic. I don't think failure, a lot of people don't realize what that really means.
Right.
Like, failure, just because you didn't do, like, something didn't work out for you don't mean you failed. That just wasn't for you, you know? Right. I feel like
you don't really fail until you give up.
You don't really fail until you give up. And I feel like
that's when you fail, like, when you give up.
And it's multiple stuff, it's multiple things that make people fail when you give up. It's like not staying consistent, or that really wasn't for them. They wasn't staying true to themselves. They was doing something because somebody else did it. I mean that.
Or refusing to learn the lesson from that first fail.
I think
so
that's the
if you failed at an attempt, learn from that, try again, fail better. Try again, fail better. and then try again, and then succeed at that shit. Like that's all it takes is just repetition. Sorry for cursing. Like, are we allowed to or not?
I don't know, Jack. He can edit it, I guess.
Yeah, no,
I mean, I feel like anybody can do it.
It's your brand, like what?
I mean,
I'm
it's
trying
sponsored
to-
by it's sponsored by GodMade, but hey
Sometimes it
man,
just
this is
comes
show
out.
time.
If it's your radio
Motivate.
station, you gonna be like, hey, you can curse or you can't. Is this the Breakfast Club?
Right.
Or
I saw DJ
Overstays
I feel like if
TV.
we're gonna talk about something, we might as well just
Be
like,
honest.
be 100%. Like y'all said, man. You got anything on that?
Nah, you good.
Why is it so hard for people to succeed? Basically, I take the same outlook on failure as why is it hard for people to succeed is because like they haven't seen nothing else. They haven't experienced success. So like,
Weak-minded,
yeah, like if
closed-minded, no lack of ambition. I don't mean to cut you off, but just like lack of ambition. Like if you ain't seen nothing outside of Gary, Indiana, then you really not gonna want to succeed in anything because
You're
like,
around it.
you're around just poverty, and you walk outside your crib, it's just abandoned house, abandoned house, abandoned house, and like crack, like all that's just all bad. So like if you don't know nothing outside of Gary, if you haven't like took the chance to branch out on your own and try and figure out something else, then it's like it's no growth really is what I'm trying to get at.
I think it's hard. I mean, I heard this in another podcast actually, where like your mentality is so hard to change it. Like if you've never seen it, it's not just about seeing it. Like your whole mind has to change. Like
Right.
to change that and then actually do it is so hard. So like he said, if you've never seen it, if you don't know anything outside of your little circle or your little box, then it's just like, why would you try to do something else if you've never seen it? And never had somebody else try to influence you to go outside that box.
Gotta be open-minded, man.
Yeah.
I feel like to the extent of what y'all was saying, like you know how you say you always gotta be true to yourself
Yeah.
in order to like to succeed or whatever the case may be. Like I know we can't like gauge what success is and what it's not, but like I feel like a lot of people don't succeed because they're looking at what they believe success is.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of this,
Yeah.
You hit
a lot
that.
of this social media
And they
and
got
stuff
this
like
wrong
that.
perception of
Right.
what success is.
80 cars and a big house.
That's not
is-
success.
That's successful.
No.
Like,
It's not.
I feel like that's a big part of why people don't succeed. 'Cause you trying
Success
to
to
get
me is what I'm gonna be remembered for when I'm gone.
Yeah.
What's my legacy gonna be?
Yeah.
How are people gonna perceive me once I'm dead and gone? Like, am I gonna live on and they gonna think positive of me and say I was a good dude, or like, oh nah, he was an asshole,
Right.
like all the time,
Yeah.
or nah, like he was smiling, he was positive. Sometimes he helped me grow, he inspired me to do something
He was
different.
passionate, basically.
Right,
Like, he
exactly.
wanted,
Like some people think I come across as an asshole, but like that's just my passion.
Yeah.
That's how I am. I'm
Yeah.
passionate about a lot of stuff. I'm passionate about life, man.
Yeah.
So like that comes across as like anger and being an asshole sometimes. But that's just me being me. And people who truly understand me, they get that. Yeah, they get that. Yeah, that's all it is, man.
You touched on it a lot. I don't know if you guys got anything else to say. Why do people feel normal in poverty?
Because we surrounded by it.
Man.
You don't know nothing else. What? So you just it's normal to be
Yeah,
in it.
it's normal.
All you see is untamed houses and
Yeah.
stuff like that. You think that's normal.
But like he said, is people get on social media and they see people with 80 cars, but why do it still feel normal to them?
I don't know. Why do it feel so different when you just cross one street? So say I cross 53rd, I know I'm in Maryland from Gary.
Yeah.
Why is it like that? So like until we change our perspective in our city, then like nothing else is gonna change with the way things are and like how people carry themselves.
Yeah.
We got one at the same time though too. 'Cause a lot of people is okay with the fact that, you know, we stuck in situations that we shouldn't be stuck in. Like people think this is how it's supposed to be.
They accept it.
Yeah, that's
give
it right
up.
there.
What is one piece of advice you can give somebody that's in your position that wants to become better at what they are doing? So, say somebody wants to start a business like me or you, or they want to touch on music, or they just want to be a better athlete, or they want to just have some of their own they can call like their brand. Like
It could be anything. Whatever you want to achieve, all I gotta say is stay authentic, stay consistent, stay focused, and you'll succeed. As long as you keep them three things in front of you and you keep love, loyalty, and respect above all else, then you'll succeed. And that's foundation that I stand on.
For me, is find people that are successful at what you want to be successful at. Basically, like, see how they did it, and then just pull parts and pieces from everybody else and just create
and make it your
yourself.
own. You gotta make it your own, no matter what
work.
it is. Yup. Because you can't keep trying to copy somebody because you can't do it the way they do it. You will never have nothing original. So like you gotta, it's okay. Like the way people do beats, they sample, but they take it and they make it their own, and they grow from that.
I'm not gonna lie, you bogus.
I'm gonna just comment on that real quick. I would say just a fear was a big thing for me for when I was in my situation of wanting to have something that was mine, wanting to do something that I felt was purposeful. Like that fear is always gonna be there. Like y'all understand, quitting your job from corporate America to go do something where you're not making no bread.
That's
no
scary.
bread.
It's scary. But it's also exciting.
It's exciting. But like that fear is
exciting.
always gonna be there. It's just like you gotta overcome that fear and just do it. Either you gonna fail or you're not. You know what I'm saying?
And that thing that you say that you fear, that you feel that is fear, all it is just energy. And how are you going to use that energy? You're going to use it in a positive way, or you're going to use it in a negative way. Use it in a positive way and you can grow, and like, man, you can run through a brick wall with the right amount of energy.
For real, man.
So like, don't let nothing stop you.
That's two. And that's two.
Basically, like, what he's trying to say is, I don't know if like you guys got him, is the only person that got to believe in you is you. For real, man.
Stay motivated.
You probably can touch on this topic. What would you say that to a person that hasn't found their passion yet? You said you was working a job that you didn't want, and you said you found your passion, and then you said you chased it. But like, what is some person that's still looking for it that is going through basically what you went through?
It's hard to just say like do something that you like, but what you like, it literally is gonna give you that energy that Kate was talking about. That energy that makes you excited and makes you want to get up in the morning. Like you slowly gonna gravitate towards it. Like I can sit here and say, "Oh, you'll like this, do that," but at the same time, I mean, I'm a believer in God, and God will slowly put you on that path. So that energy, follow that.
I would say keep enjoying life. Find little things to be happy about, things to wake up about, and you never know. One day it might find you. You might an opportunity might come across like, damn, I really love this. I'm about to go after this, and now you done found your passion in life and you found your purpose. So I would just say, just keep waking up daily, enjoying life, smiling, being happy, and then one day it might find you.
Also, is I want to touch on this. Look into yourself. Basically, is don't look around and just be like, oh, that's what made him successful. Or that's what he passionate about.
Right.
Basically, look into yourself and be like, if I like to cook and I wake up every morning happy that I get to cook breakfast for myself, I want to be a cook, or I want to be somebody that doing something that they love, and maybe your passion could be cooking, or it could be driving a car. Like you want to be an Uber driver, like whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do. Like
Uber driver,
they making bread.
Be the best Uber driver in the region. Dude, I got an Uber in Cali.
Schedule?
And he had water bottles lined up in the backseat. He got mints. You open the middle, it's gone.
He found his passion.
Man, if you
He
want
like
to be an
driving
Uber
around?
driver, you the best Uber driver you could be, fam.
You're making money.
How do I get deterred from that? Like, you find your passion, but then you be like, man, like this not making me money. This ain't doing what I want to do.
I stay busy. I stay busy, and I keep my mind focused. I can get bored easily. So like I gotta stay busy doing something. So I got a lot of hobbies. I would just say find a lot of hobbies, man. Find something that you can do that's positive for your growth. Whether it be reading books. Like I told Tess this one time when something negative happened at school, and I was like, man, you got all this free time now. Whether it just be doing push-ups, doing sit-ups, do something to help you grow as a person, health-wise, or write raps. Whatever you do to help master your craft, get 1% better at your craft daily. That's why I say just stay busy.
This is in my notes. You said if it's not a passion, what? You said
I feel like if it's something you passionate about, you won't come to the point where you like, I don't really
Right,
care.
it's never gonna
It's not
happen.
gonna leave
Yeah.
on the side. Even if you stop doing it, you still gonna think about it.
Right.
If it's a real passion.
Like man, I was telling you, like even if I sleep, sometimes I wake up and do it. It's a passion. Like if I didn't have a passion for this, I'd just be like, I'll write in the morning.
Nah, yeah.
I go to sleep with designs for my next shirt
Dude.
on my mind while I'm dropping this shirt. I'm like, damn, I
It's
could have made this
it's
better.
been nights when I couldn't sleep and like I get up in the middle of the night and just go to the lab.
Yeah.
I go to the lab, I work on something, whether it be just in the design program or I just print a couple of shirts, get some stuff ready and order. Like it just stays with me. That's all it is. It's just a passion. It's a type of energy that I just live with on a daily basis.
Anything you guys got anything else to say about influencing others? Anything you guys want to just throw in there? Okay, that'll be it for the influence others part of the GodMade self-built self-talk. We thank you for just watching this part and just watching the whole podcast. We'll come back to you with the next segment. Thank you. It's third time. But we just basically finna talk about our business. Basically, why you watching us and how you got here is because we all had something you guys want to tune into, whether that be our life, our audience, or just basically what we created over a time. The first question will consist of what is in store this year for your audience/life. For me, it will be a year filled with artistic stuff. Like you guys, like I will have value in my clothes. Like I promise you, I'm not gonna put out anything that I don't want to be put out, and I'm not gonna put out any product that I think, oh, this is the hot trend, this is gonna sell. Like I'm gonna stay true to myself this year for sure, and also I want to influence more people like as an individual. Last year I did GodMade Blessings. In December I gave back, and it's really given to me because some of them same people that like I gave hoodies for, they buying jogging suits now. And some of the people that be watching these podcasts might go buy a shirt because they hear my story or hear his story, or they go listen to his music and get him like plays. So that's basically just, I want to give back to the point so much that it starts to give back to me. And y'all can touch on the subject.
For me, definitely, one of the reasons I got into training and fitness is because I did want to give back to the community, especially black women, the black community. So this year, definitely be doing more boot camps, just talking to people more, doing more mentoring work just to
About
talk
health.
about health, which is so big and important. So that's like my big thing for 2020.
Mentally and physically.
Yeah.
But for Master Original and me, it'll just be simply more growth.
Yeah.
New designs, new products, but the same lifestyle that you've been getting for the last 7 years.
For me, staying authentic, really getting to know myself too this year.
Yeah.
First year out of high school gonna be this year, so just finding myself more.
Enjoy it.
And enjoying my life.
Enjoy
Really, not
it.
stressing.
Enjoy all of
Enjoy
it.
it.
That's big, definitely.
Yeah, it's huge.
I can't really say what to expect, but just know I'm gonna start putting a lot more money into this. That's all I can say.
Don't want to leak too much.
Nah, I don't want to leak too much.
You said money, but how you going to make these things happen? Me personally is, like he said, I'm gonna invest time in myself to make the things that I do better. Like we talked about quality over quantity. I feel like if I make myself a better person, anything that I put out into the world will be better. So I feel like by giving myself something, it will give you guys something.
Me, I'm just going to stay in my lane and stay focused. I'm not about to try and compete with nobody else or do what they doing.
For real, man.
I'm just going
That's
to
hard.
do me.
That's hard, man. For
I'm
real.
going to do me, and I'm going to enjoy life and live free.
Good.
Okay.
What did 2019 teach you guys?
Let me.
It's
I
like
ain't got
long.
And get ready to cut people parts
Right.
out.
Yeah, it's long. Let's go get real
Real
long.
long right here.
To you, no cap.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna let you guys start this off. I really want to hear. Like I'm really interested. So first person that gonna pick it up.
2019, man. Wow, what a year. Taught me a lot. Taught me not to like put my trust in a lot of people. You know,
Yeah.
I gotta
Hit on
see
that.
everything now
Mhm.
at this
Yeah.
point to believe it. I don't
Actually,
want to say I hope for the worst, but I don't think I've always expect stuff to go wrong sometimes.
Nah, pray for the
Yeah,
best,
but
but prepare for the worst.
Yeah, so, that's what 2019 taught me.
Yeah.
I learned that nothing is like as good as it seems, but also nothing is as bad as it seems. So
Right.
whatever you go through, it's not the last thing you're gonna go through. But even when you having that great time of great growth, always keep in your back of mind like, okay, it's easy for tomorrow to not feel like this. So I have to just prepare myself. Another thing is time management. I already touched on that. Basically, just prioritizing my time with just my business, my athletic life, and my personal life. Like, not letting them all just go down the same path and like letting them just split off. For I won't be doing work when I already told somebody that I was gonna be chilling with them, even though like I can take time to make myself better, but it's also time that I have to relax and just become like a better me, like I stated.
Yeah.
Me, I'm just trying to stay stress free. That's what
Yeah,
2019
yeah.
taught me. Stay stress free. Stay mentally tough.
Yes.
Physically tough through whatever you go through, and make sure you grow through whatever you go through. If you remain the same, then you're dead. So you always got to continue to gain knowledge, continue to get better at whatever it is that you do. Otherwise, you're dead. If you're not any growth, without any growth, you're dead, basically.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say simply.
Two big things for me that I learned, or 2019 taught me, I am stronger than what I think. I think a lot of people.
I feel like
a lot of people don't believe that, but man, you are so much stronger than what your mind thinks. And then the other thing, just like, I mean, I always say God was real, but God really showed up a little bit.
For me too, definitely.
Definitely,
Major
like
way.
it was big for 2019. So.
Probably, I'm not even gonna lie, like the biggest thing, and it took me the entire year to learn this, but the biggest thing 2019 taught me is that whatever I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make sure I'm doing it for me and the people around me. Like, even though Coach Kenny Ben told me that, Ben would teach me that to an extent, that was my case. And I didn't notice how much I was letting other people's comments and lack of support and stuff like get to me and hurt me.
Yeah.
Like, I was really getting real bad insecure over a lot of stuff, like thinking like my music is so hard, why is these people not, you know?
Yeah.
I was like J. Cole say, fiending the right songs that really make me like, this is
You gotta
this
let
is the
them
one.
sleep. They'll wake up in their right like time when it's time for them to wake up.
Yeah.
Let them sleep.
People best songs be on their good mood.
People who don't know you gonna support you way more than the people
Yes,
that you think.
all the way.
I
Exactly.
promise you. Like,
That's
I
something I
that
learned too.
2019 taught me that
It be the
too.
people you don't even know that support you more than the people you grew up with.
That say they rock with you. Like, go with that.
So 2020, I'm for real this time. Like I already done been off social media like that. Like, now I just want to write what I feel like is in my heart, what I feel like I want to tell people.
Yeah,
Like,
do that.
that's about it though.
Sure.
Like he said, is how is it going to change your outlook on this year that we in now? For me, it's like I can't waste time on the silly things.
Not at all.
Like if I'm going through something, like even when I'm like unconsciously focusing on it, like it's still on my mind. Like I have to literally take myself out that environment. I have to put my time and energy into something that I know that's gonna make me better. Even though they don't take my mind off, I know I'm bettering myself like day in, day out. But then you guys can pass it. I forgot my thought. Oh yeah. Here we
I was
go.
about to say, I thought you wrote it down.
If it won't matter tomorrow, don't focus on it. Basically, like, dang, I got a stain on my shoe the other day, like Monday. I got a stain on my
Why'd
shoe.
you bring that up?
I got a stain on my shoe Monday, and I couldn't get it out. But it was in the morning. I was eating bacon, so
Wow.
I had two options. Either I could have went through the whole day, like, man, this stain on my shoe, like, bro, I didn't got no other kicks, like my fit messed up and everything. Or I could have took it like how my circle say, just even though they were saying like joking, just like. You can't let this affect your day, basically. Like, it's a marathon. Like they said, when you go home, just clean the shoes to your best of your abilities and just pray for the best. But you gotta focus on your schoolwork. And I had to do shirts and I had to get all these hoodies out. Like I had stuff I had to deal with. And I just couldn't let stuff bring me down to the level that the stuff was at. I had to keep continue to rise. Like just lay a brick time by time by time by time. You look up, you're gonna have a wall built.
You threw them in the trash, though, right?
So, bro, I'm trying, bro.
By the way, if you need me to, you need me to fix them.
Hey,
If you need me to fix them, just
bro,
let
the
me
stain,
I was just wondering, like, did you put them on a wire or was
bro, that
By the
stain
way,
crazy.
yeah, that was another thing about 2019 that taught me that I didn't know everything. So if you need help, hey,
Yeah,
if you
man.
need, just give
Oh
shit
yeah,
to me. I got
thank you,
feel
bro.
me?
It's a difference between like taking opinions and like helping you out, and it's a difference between listening to the critics.
Yeah.
Ted said it. Like people can tell me like what they want me to do and what they think I'm gonna become, and it's my opinion to either take that and put that in my eye. That's why I'm applying. Okay, that was talk. I accept it and I appreciate the love. But like, I'm not gonna apply this to my life because it's not for my goal or my destiny. Like,
No.
I don't even remember the question. Hold on. Oh, outlook on 2020. Definitely like go for it. Whatever I want to do, I'm gonna do it regardless of my supporters, regardless if I'm scared, regardless if I feel like I'm not ready for it. If God put it on my heart to do something, I'm gonna do it and not second guess it.
2020, I'm gonna get out of my comfort zone.
yeah,
You
man.
have to.
Do stuff I know I can do that I just never showed.
Like
Have to.
this, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me, man, it's just less. I'm going to stress it less and I'm going to enjoy it more.
For sure.
It's the 8th year MO, 5th year coaching, so I'm about to just enjoy it, man. Been a great ride.
Like we just saying, non-stress. This was actually like, I had this thought in November. I came in, I told Coach like, I want to have a podcast. He was like, podcast? Like, yeah, like he know what it was, but he was like, so like, how you gonna make this happen? So I went home. I got like my goals. I set out. I typed all this up. I typed the questions up. I put people in this circle that I know that at the end of the day, people gonna want to listen to them. Like, ain't no squares allowed in my circle. Like if I know you ain't out there living right, like I can't put you in my like if I know you out there like copying people, like I can't put you next. I know you have no religion. Like you're not.
New lab, man.
Basically, I'm just gonna tell you some of the keys for this podcast. It was like to just be yourself, what everybody achieve. Question to question, basically, like everything in life. Like even when you experience the little things, it come with a question like, why did that happen? And just look into yourself. Just talk things out, write things down. Talk to people in your circle, like.
Yeah.
To touch on what you said with that, to question things, instead of saying, oh, why is this happening to me? Say, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? That's a way of taking a negative into a positive. So I just wanted to say that point.
Just talk, like he said, is he don't know everything. I don't know everything. Nobody in the circle know everything. And basically, like, talking to people can, like, you don't even know somebody knew that. Like, he could have went through this, like, 20 years ago, and I could just be talking to him about something I'm going through today, and he'd be like, oh, I had that day, and this how I overcame it, and it can just help me in my mind, like to just help. Also, have fun. Have fun, like, for real, man.
That was a huge problem for me. I ain't like to ask questions.
Got
I
to.
used to like to stay quiet, you know. But now I got to.
Questions, man.
Yeah, that's
I
why I'm gonna
ask
get
him,
better.
I text him all day like, what is this? What is but why is this? What color is this gonna be? How many do we need? Like, I ask him that question all day long.
Have fun. That's another topic. If you're not having fun with what you're doing, don't do it. For real, cause like you shouldn't be thankful it's a Friday. I mean, like everybody should be thankful it's a Friday, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday,
Need to be
Same energy.
they need to be
Yeah.
They need to be the same.
You gotta be
Friday.
hitting on
Same
that,
passion,
bro.
same
Hitting on all of
energy.
that.
100% everything you do.
Yeah.
That's Monday through Friday, or Sunday through Saturday. Shoot. Skip.
I just want to thank everybody here for everything.
course.
Definitely.
I want to thank Jack for recording.
Thank you for including me in this.
Yeah,
I
thank you.
appreciate
I need
it.
to do more of these.
More of these. Hey man, that's a goal.
Jeez.
2019.
2020.
Yeah.
2020.
Shoot, because the stuff we be talking about in the shop get deep. You
Bro,
feel?
yeah.
people they deep, bro. Like,
Podcast every month.
Man, I tell you.
Hey,
Turn into a
month
breakfast
ever.
club right
I'm
here.
here for it. I'm here for
y'all
it.
pushing the limit, man. But I
Nah,
get down
that's
to
what we
it,
do.
bro. I got y'all, man. Thank y'all for everything. Appreciate it.
Again, thank you for including me.
Okay, all right. Where Itez at?
Keep hollow tips in the clip and I keep a brick in the stash. Just in case one of these niggas think about catching my ass. Just in case I hit the bottom and go down to my last. Some money hungry, think I got a fetish for counting cash. Bought a bag, I'm about to guap, nigga, I get to $1. I don't fuck with snakes, but you can catch a few on my collar. Had some people behind me, I really thought they were solid, but they changed up. So fuck it, I can make them without them. I'm on some other shit. These niggas Takashi, they undercover shit. You a bitch and so was them niggas that you been running with. Say they get money, but I'm really the one who touching shit, discussing shit. Even the pillow talkers was gon' fuck with this. They talking to they sisters and they talking to they bitches, tryna say that Taz a bitch and I'ma get him out the picture. Them niggas just talking, they really showing off for Insta. Cause if it's really beef, I send Buddha to come and get you. Let me switch the flow just so everybody know that I'm really the GOAT and nobody keeping up. Niggas move around when they see me, they know I keep it tucked. We got his eyes swollen now, look like he don't sleep enough or eat enough. We put a hole in the nigga's stomach. Different type of beast, man, them niggas know how I'm coming. We spin around the block, man, you see how them niggas running. I do this for my mama, man, she see what I'm becoming. Came from nothing, can't wait till I can buy a crib. These niggas rapping tough, but we know that is not how you live. You got both of your parents straight A's, a house on the hill. Shout out to mothers being fathers, yeah, they know who they is. It's crazy how I'm the hottest and I ain't even really wanna rap. These niggas track stars, matter of fact, these niggas running back. Got some shit to make a nigga say, what type of gun is that? Let the whole clip off, now that nigga never coming back. My niggas mask up and walk down like fuck a drive-by. Face on a t-shirt like RIP, my nigga fly high. Turn him to a ghetto angel, send that nigga sky high. He was talking big, I chop a nigga down to my size. I'm about my paper, got no time for a silly thought. I'm about to call the plug and make my pack do the milli rock. 33 shots to make a nigga do the diddy bop. Winter just beginning, but my verses make the city hot. Mama told me stay on my shit, I gotta grind. Jumped in the game late, so I wasted a little time. These niggas think they slick with all they subliminal rhymes. I'm a diamond, so all that pressure end up making me shine. I'm on my shit, I'm really fresh as a brick. Saran wrapped up, put a nigga up in the box, now he's packed up. These bitches think they city girls, now all they do is act up. These niggas really bitches, all they ever do is act tough.